This match is there for taking, isn't it? We get the chance to get the balls in what we do, and we'll score more goals and we'll win this game easily. But we've got to stay focused. Our task now, keep a clean sheet, we win the game. Simple as that.
3-1 at half time and another 45 minutes, it ended up 9-5 to them. How do you work that out?
Well, they scored 2 and conceded 8, mate, come on. Now, Specsavers have seen the despair of Cavaliers FC, a team whose only positive result came when the goalkeeper got COVID, and decided to try and change their fortunes. They'll be supplying the team with lots of different things, including new kits, equipment, nutrition, and a footballing legend.
After pre-season, we were all looking forward to the start of the campaign. It had gone quite well in the training sessions, the players were all positive, and we went into the first match full of confidence. And it all went absolutely brilliantly. For the other teams,
that's an understatement, Ben. Just look at the goal difference.
We've now played 11 matches and lost all 11 games. We've scored a total of 5 goals and conceded 113. The second match we played Monton Amateurs, one of the best teams in the division, and we lost 16-0. Despite the fact we had 3 substitutes, we ended up playing the last 30 minutes with 9 men due to 5 injuries. Captain went off with an injury, leaving us entirely in defence. The player went down with a ligament injury in the first 30 seconds, so that set the tone for that game.
When you're at rock bottom, the only way is up, unless you're these guys. They've had that many spankings, their games are now R-rated for spectators.
In the end, players started losing interest, stopped coming to training and started leaving us with a much weakened squad, and that resulted in a patchwork team against a club called Avenue, and we lost 26-0. We had no goalkeeper, 1 defender, and they just kept coming at us, and we couldn't stop the tide. And they weren't even the best team in the league. The 26-0 defeat really sealed the fate of the squad at that point. The players had had enough and realised they weren't going to win the game. So they didn't want to be part of a club like that. And that led to me being forced to put an appeal out on Twitter and in local press to get a new squad together.
Ben's desperate plea was seen as far away as the Yorkshire Dales. Sadly, that's not 2 guys from Leeds wanting to join the team. But it did get the attention of the UK's favourite optician, Specsavers, who slid into the club's DMs, probably injuring them both in the process.
It was obviously a curious message I got. Why would Specsavers want to be involved in a small amateur football team? They deal with glasses, right? Obviously, I'd seen Specsavers on the Scottish referees' jerseys, they sponsored them there. A bit tongue-in-cheek, obviously, so referees need glasses, as the fans always say. But I was obviously interested in finding out what they had to say and seeing if they could help us improve the team. So obviously, when they did get in contact and they found out they shared my values, then it was a natural fit. I had absolutely no hesitation in getting involved with Specsavers.
Football is no stranger to big money takeovers, but it's never at grassroots level. After seeing a Twitter plea more desperate than a Happy New Year text to your ex, Specsavers decided to get involved with a team that was pure rubbish. From dodgy bounces to strikers that couldn't hit send on an email, this is Cavaliers FC, the worst team in England. But not for much longer, hopefully. Forget oil money at the Etihad, it's time for glasses money in Gatley.
With a name like Cavaliers, we're not really going to be playing defensive football, even though we should be. So we got the swords on the club badge, and we've got a crown as well to show that maybe one day we might be kings of football.
In Ben the manager's quest for a winning culture, he's acquired players from other ones, with a squad that has more nations than Eurovision, but the same amount of points as Great Britain.
We've got a real League of Nations now. We had 1 player from the start of the season who was Italian, called Freddie. We've got Danny Ibanez at the back, we've got Julio Perez on the right, we've got an interesting striker up front called Deirin Jose Castillo Sanchez from Honduras. He's a small player, he's only about 5'6", but he's absolutely lightning fast and strong. He keeps the ball well. He scored our first goal of the season. So we've got some good players in there, and hopefully when we improve the team, those players can flourish.
Many managers are inspired by the coaches of yesteryear, and for Ben, it's Alex Ferguson. Someone confiscate the hairdryer, if they could afford one.
Yeah, I always liked the way Manchester United played in the 90s. The 4-4-2 formation, which is out of favour these days, really worked well for them, and they were very successful. So Alex Ferguson really knew what he was doing. I don't think anyone's been better than him ever. A lot of the time, players don't turn up at the same time, so we're having to do the team talk 5 minutes before the game on the pitch. So team talk's very calm. I'm not a shouter, I'm a thinker, and we just basically try to get into the players' heads what we want them to do, and hopefully it sticks in their heads. Obviously, it hasn't up to now.
Any refreshments on offer at half time?
There are puddles if players want to drink around the
Still probably easier to stomach than some of your team's results. Speaking of which, let's hear about the Cavaliers' objectives for 2022 and beyond.
This season it's all about getting a first win on the board. We've lost all our matches so far by pretty big scores. Hopefully Specsavers' involvement will allow us to attract some better players and improve the team and maybe get a winning team in the future. In the long run, I'd like to have a proper community club with many teams, junior section, women's team and so on, and maybe the collaboration with Specsavers can help us to achieve the kind of publicity that will attract more players to the club and maybe build up those extra teams in due course.
Next time, we're getting straight down to business. And who better to drag a team up by the hair than a man who hasn't had his own cup for 15 years? Enter football superstar Jimmy Bullard, the most hyperactive man in world sport.
Right guys, I'm off to go and meet the Cavaliers, Specsavers' best worst football team. I'm going down, they don't know I'm coming.
Jimmy's heading up north to surprise the team.
Alright boys!
He'll also be revealing Cavaliers FC's brand new home and away kits and getting to know some of the players. There'll be show-stopping strikes, gut-wrenching drills and toe-curling banter as a group of downtrodden amateurs are put through their paces by a man who scored 6 goals for Fulham in the noughties. They should have gone to Specsavers, but Specsavers came to them. I'm Stephen Tries, and this is the best worst team.
Watch out, this will be a good one.